will do, it's a continuation from the first part where I was reading the intelligence report, and there is a second part which cut off due to reasons beyond my control. Lost my electricity and it has been restored. So I was on recommendations, and we'll just take it up from recommendations and most probably up to the last page. This is a late military intelligence report. And welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So I will continue on recommendations. You can match the first, second, and this will be the third part. I hope it won't be disrupted. So on recommendations, it is wise and critically important for the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, His Excellency Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, and specifically his Presidium and Cabinet to immediately reject and set aside the presented Constitution of Zimbabwe Amendment Bill 2025 and its accompanying memorandum in their entirety. Now, this is Amendment Bill 2026 is changed because it is going to be, it has actually spilled over to 2026. So one, they have recommended that it be set aside. Two, halt all further procedural steps on this specific draft bill forthwith. C, direct the Minister of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs to return to the exact letter and spirit of Resolution 1. D, instruct the Minister of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs and the Attorney General to initiate a proper constitutional process which must begin with the honest acknowledgement that a term limit extension requires a national referendum under Section 3287. The military intelligence is so specific. 2, prepare a simple standalone bill containing only the amendments necessary to facilitate the term extension to 2030 and any consequentially aligned electoral timelines. 3, submit this clean bill alongside the mandatory request for the allocation of resources. And let me look for another. And is it page 9? Yes, it's page 9. And the setting of a date for a national referendum in full compliance with the supreme law of Zimbabwe, the Constitution. Then it wrote these words are highlighted. This is a highlighted conclusion. To proceed on the current path is to court constitutional illegitimacy, political turmoil, and the failure of the very objective resolution number 1 sought to achieve. Discipline and adherence to the law must be restored. So these are the recommendations to the nonsensical mutilation of the Constitution regarded on this military intelligence as omnibus measures that were undertaken by Ziambi, Virginia Mapiza, aided by Professor Jonathan Moyo, based in Nairobi, a fugitive ran during the Operation Restore Legacy. That is a coup that saw Robert Gabriel Mugabe being removed overnight. So from this military intelligence, it was submitted to Mnangagwa on the 16th of January, which means Mnangagwa has been sitting on this military intelligence. He knows there is this military intelligence, but the Amendment Bill number 2026, which is about to be implemented. And Mnangagwa is sitting on this, and he continues as if nothing happened. And in the cabinet meeting, he said arguments and petty misunderstanding would not be allowed in cabinet. We will be following that cabinet. I'm sure there is a lot of drama to expect and anticipate. Lines have been drawn. The military told Emerson Mnangagwa that you cannot change the constitution in a manner you want to do it. Make sure that if ever it's about and focus, and it says focus on resolution number 1, which is to extend your term up to 2030, but also gives them conditions of which they know he will fail catastrophically. They are saying in order to do that, you must follow the constitution, to the core. Go for a referendum. What you have produced now, which is circulating on the public domain, it is nonsensical. Stop that process immediately, because we want to plunge the country into crisis, serious crisis, never seen and never imagined before. As such, stop this whole process. Tell your guy to go and focus on one thing and not to be all over the constitution. He must respect the constitution. Also trying to change the constitution to reduce the powers of the military. It has been cited as an unnegotiated act that should stop. They say it is very sensitive. The military said what Ziambi attempts to do is very, very sensitive, and it in the recommendations they actually instruct Mnangagwa. They talk to Mnangagwa. Listen to this. Let me go to the pages of the recommendations. I hope I'll be there soon. They say it is wise and critically important for the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, His Excellency Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, and specifically his Presidium and Cabinet, to immediately reject and set aside the presented Constitution of Zimbabwe Amendment Bill. It was 2025, I think, and it changed because they anticipated to bring this bill last year towards the end of the year. But somewhere Mnangagwa wanted to actually have his Christmas at State House, and that is why he decided to say, guys, put this on hold. It is coming because it's a bill that hasn't seen the light of the day. It is seeing the light of the day in 2026. The mind-boggling question, will Blessed Geza fight on his grave again? Will the Zimbabweans stand and fight against this? The military intelligence has drawn the lines, and will those lines be crossed by Mnangagwa? What are the consequences of doing so? Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Is signing off. Let me laugh. Let's meet you on the other side of the